to day 2. So far, yesterday we had a nice mimic. Nice mimic. Good call doing the mimic, and I finally hit the little prestige button. So now I'm level 1 again. Now, one of the big things that you see all the big guys do, and good practice too, is the challenge mode. There's a weekly challenge mode. If you scroll over, you'll see it go into challenge mode. This week, Tortoise and the Hare. So it'll reset, I think, later today. So we just need to do it 3 times for 5,000 experience. And we get, the big thing is, player speed 75, and the ghost speed's high. So this is going to be fun. But we have everything on. We have all the stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Definitely probably going to be a lot of losing. So let's see how it goes. 3, 2, 1. Let's hit it.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. There's been no reports of violence or sightings, but please remain careful.
Again, always the light. Always the light. Start with the cross. Start with the camera. And then we'll start with the cross, camera, that camera. Get the old actual iron key. Here we go. This is one of the newer remakes that they did, so it's pretty spooky. Pretty cool. I'm also not familiar with this map, but as far as I understand, as long as we get the ghost 3 times, we're golden. So just have to start scanning around. Ooh, hopefully I don't get a little congested. See for them ghost orbs. I like the tier 2 with this. I can actually use the light to keep my sanity and still scan with the camera. Nothing in the room. Where we can access yet. You. Not here. Maybe upstairs then. What was that? I'm not sure. We call it possibly upstairs. That was open. Got much blood. That doesn't bring my cycle back. Okay, that's what I did. Grafton. Not here. Oh, wait. Ghost orbs. Alright. Threw something up here, so fuck, I think it's up here. Okay. Just don't know where to. Is that an event? Was that arranged for? Right. I know for sure it's up here at least. Phew. ghost orbs. Okie dokie. Ghost orbs, singing, it can't be shade. Let's get to the. Let's get there and definitely get some sanity beds. Oh, not even really that low. Only 70. Witness a ghost event, EMF, escape the hunt. This is actually really good, come to think of it. Excuse me. This is the speed you'll get when you do the Pocket 3. So, get ourselves set up. Set up in there. Meanwhile, I'll get the cheat sheet going. But I don't know. I need light, temp, spirit box. Sorry, a little bit of weird lag, so. Temperature going first. See how it looks. First and foremost. Ooh. That is essentially freezing temps. That is freezing temps. Okay. Onryo, Hantu, Revenant, Yuri. Hasn't messed with doors, but we don't have doors on there. Oh, no, broke one of my cardinal rules. I'm bringing Spirit Box down with me. What? This would be good if it is an Onryo. Because we'll have double test for it. Get the lights. Anyone wondering why I use the text? The voice recognition is a little funky for me. I also am kind of, if you haven't, you could tell the last few days been fighting cold or something nasty. So I'm a little nasally, and it doesn't work as often as I would like. Okay. Thinking there's no spirit box. Hasn't triggered it. Did not get salts, but see if we can get an EMF going. At least where it is, because the ghosts we're having don't have EMF. But if it is a mimic, and suddenly we get EMF 5, hey. That's how you know we're cooking. Let's see if there's any handprints anywhere. Did I just open that? What did it open? Is there a door? Where's the door? that. Oh, that's spooky ambience. Nothing at all. We're not rocking UV, we're not rocking that. Might be Revenant. Revenant or Yuri. But there's no doors. It's kind of hard to... that was like a 4. Kind of hard to judge. That could also be a dumb mimic. Because the moment I left, it started to act up. Okay, 70%. Under that threshold. But it hasn't done anything. Excuse me. Sanity so far it hasn't hunted. Sanity's been pretty high. It hasn't exactly done a whole ton. Test if it's Revenant. If it's Revenant, easy peasy. The salt, if it's UV, we'll lower it down to Hantu or Mimic. Ghost Riding, Hantu. Or Revenant, my bad. Right. Easy enough. I called that before we verified with the 3, so let's go. Starting off strong. Starting off strong. In. Bam.
Welcome back.
Alright, since we're 1 out of the 3 games we need to finish the challenge, I'm going to speed up the other 2 wins and give you a little montage. Thankfully, both of them were back-to-back wins. So, here we go. So, for game number 2, I grabbed the EMF instead of the camera. Remembering that the goal in challenge mode is number 1 to just find out the correct ghost. You just have to survive and find the correct ghost. Then the objectives. So, and then next, I started scanning the top floor room by room. No results. I checked the bloody bathtub. I checked the room on the side. I checked the attic. I finally got results by heading to the right downstairs and scanning the room leading to the bathroom. Once we went around the little corner, boom, ghost orbs. Ghost died in a way a lot of us fear. On the toilet. Time to set up, drop everything that we got, and then run and get some supplies. First things first, though, we gotta make sure to mark it in the journal before we zip on over to the truck and get the rest of the supplies we need. And hey, we're actually practicing our golden rule of dropping everything, making sure to grab everything we can, and dropping it in the doorway. That's going to be something I need to always make sure and beat into my head. Alright, as we're coming back on, we'll throw some salt. Ghost immediately walks in. No UV, sadly. So check the door to make sure, check around. Gotta make sure because sometimes it's hidden. Now I go get the rest of the supplies I missed, except for the spare box. I did notice that it was EMFing, so as I went back in, check the temperature, make sure we're not getting freezing. That is not freezing. As I'm putzing around, I noticed the cross. I try and get a video of it. I'm too late. So I'm still put the book down, putzing around a little bit, just trying to see if I can find something. Ultimately come back over here to get the dots and another cross to hopefully keep myself safe, and a light to hopefully test for Unreal. Throw the light down, throw the dots down. Check temperature again because sometimes it takes a second. It's 1.3, so it's fair to say it might be freezing. I go in and pick up the spirit box this time and the cross. Make sure we always have protection. So, grab the cross, take a look around, make sure it didn't write in the book, drop the cross, make sure we got protection. Do the spirit box, see that we don't get any bites whatsoever, which sucks, but it's what happens. So we start messing around some more, see what we can get. Second charge of the cross is burned. Thought we were okay, but we're not. Ghost starts beelining for us. It's much faster due to the challenge, so we try and use our smudgy to try and get away. We're screwed, so we're just kind of trying to think what it is, which is what we have. We suddenly decide, oh, it might be a mare. Why not? And drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. Turned out it was a mare. That was a complete and utter fluke. 2 out of 3 so far. Feeling good. So we hit up the board. Male name. Put Banshee Day in out. Then we start getting our supplies. Always good to start doing the EMF now because, as I said, we need to find the ghost, not get the objectives. So, let's get into the house. All our supplies. Zip on in. We're going to start on the bottom floor this time, looking around, since we started on the top floor last time. After checking the back of the kitchen, I do the dining room and where the ghost was last time. No luck. They didn't die on the toilet this time. Hopefully these are a little nicer ghosts. Slowly trudge up the stairs from losing sprint. So scan about, decide to go to the left room, notice the cursed mirror on the table, so that's already going to help us a ton. I check, hey, it's another attic ghost, woohoo. Once I'm up in the attic again, I take a quick scan for ghost orbs, no ghost orbs, but I find the spot to place the camera, put the cross down, put the EMF down. And then I try and give it a real good scan to make sure, because sometimes the ghost orbs will hide. Sometimes there'll be hidden stuff there, so I decide to go right back down and start getting supplies. The way there, though, I want to verify again that the ghost room is the attic. So I verify that it is before I go to the truck. While in the truck, we take a peek at the board, and it's, oh snap, our sanity's real low, so we take some pills, I get our smudgy. We get the thermometer, we get the UV, we make sure and get them, throw them in the doorway, and then we get some more supplies. But beforehand, we're going to take a quick look at the room to see if anything happened. The door moved. So when we get up there, we should go and check with the UV. Right now, we get our book, salt, and spirit box. With all our new tools, we're going to dash on up, lay some salt down, get the UV, get the EMF in position around, start scanning around. Boom, UV. Find the handprints, look around, notice that the ghost goes through the salt, double check, hey, footprints. We're also looking for Apoc style ones. Each time you see a UV, there's a chance it has 6 toes or 6 fingers. So we got some evidence going, that's good. So we're gonna get the rest of our supplies, the thermometer, the book, and we'll come back for the spirit box. Taking another reading on the thermometer, not getting freezing after a few tries. Throw the book down, try and get it more centered, look around, no real bites. So back in the truck, we'll take our sanity. Sanity looks good. Immediately get some dots, camera, contemplate our life decisions before inevitably getting another smudgy. And back to the door we go. Always drop them off, and then back up we go. Super speed this time as we throw everything down, trying to get everything in position. But then as we're zipping around, we notice, hey, ghost riding. Now, the spirit box, we're going to give it a good go. We either have a ghost event or the ghost hunting. Spooked me a bit. Always grab the smudgy for defense. As I'm kind of starting a possible Pulte bomb, I look over at the EMF, and it's EMF 5, which means Mylene. So, with all the speed and gusto of a Scooby-Doo character, we run our happy little butt out the door to the truck and get on home for our third correct ghost in a row. Drumroll please. Da, 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 da. Hey, Mylene! And that makes 3 out of 3. So as you can see, if you remember from the start of the video, I was Prestige level 1, now I'm Prestige 11. Which means I gained 10 levels from one challenge, which is pretty exciting. So it lets me actually have a lot more items for normal investigations. I definitely recommend the weekly challenges if you haven't done them yet. It's a free 5,000. You can try them as much as you want. It's also good practice, especially because if you use tools of deduction. Anyway, GG, thank you for sticking around if you watched it, and I will see you in day number 3.